and they took him off because the owner said take him off. I don't want that guy. Shedeur Sanders just torpedoed himself. His attitude off the field at the combine, his dad didn't help him either. You know, he was on podcast talking about, this is my son. If I can get him to where I want to get him to, I'm going to do that. But, you know, when you listen to this kid talk right prior or at the combine about if you want a new culture in your locker room, I'm the guy to do that. I can turn it around. I mean, he's very high on himself. And I think he was very off-putting to many, many coaches and general managers in the league. And I'm telling you right now, and I know this after talking to 3 different personnel people in the NFL this weekend, they didn't even have him on their board. They took him off. And they took him off because the owner said take him off. I don't want that guy. I don't want this entitled person on our team. And I don't blame him.
Ex-Giants quarterback Phil Simms says that owners told, GMs to take Shedeur Sanders off the board. Probably because his flashy demeanor. You got to understand, them folks hate flashy demeanors. They hate, they don't want a franchise quarterback, rubbing people the wrong way. And one thing you figure out is that the franchise quarterback is hated in the locker room. I don't like the quarterback. Get too much of the praise. And then not enough of the blame all the time. So you got somebody come into the locker room with all that jewelry, all that entitlement. Remember on Any Given Sunday, Jamie Foxx started feeling himself and they had to put hands, foot, and toes on him and had to, humble him a little bit. They don't feel like going through that with Shedeur Sanders. And for him, not to have the biggest arm and not to have the ideal size, they're not going to put up with it. So I remember the old Panthers owner, Jerry Richardson, told Cam Newton, you got any tattoos before he drafted me? He said, no, keep it that way. These are baby boomers. They don't like for you to have long hair. That's a strike against them. Look at Justin Herbert. They cut his hair, now he in commercials. They don't like for you to have long hair. They don't like for you to be flashy. They don't like none of that, especially from they franchise, they quarterback. They don't like that. So he fits so many of the stereotypes that they don't like in quarterbacks, it didn't surprise me.